Hello, welcome to my channel. I am Ash, and in today's timeless pick a card reading, we're going to be looking at who your spirit guides are and what messages that they have for you. So we're going to start off with a quick pile selection. So this is pile number 1 with some blue lotus. Pile number 2 with some hibiscus tea. Pile number 3 with some blueberry. And pile number 4 with some red tea. Now we're just going to do a quick meditation. We're going to be doing our meditation today with the sound bowl. So go ahead and close your eyes and just start tuning into the moment. If you already know what pile you want to select, go ahead and skip to the timestamp down below, but if not, just hang out with me for another minute. Let's do this. Alright, now let's pour some tea as we spill the tea on your energy. I'm drinking blueberry tea today, and now we'll jump right into it. My pile number 1, so welcome to your reading. We're going to be jumping right into it today. We're going to start by seeing what sort of the energy around your spirit guide looks. Let's see what the energy around your spirit guide looks like. What does the energy around my pile number 1 spirit guide look like? What does the energy surrounding my pile number 1 spirit guide look like? Ooh, okay. So you have star, and then this is kind of interesting because it's like this little center which sort of looks like earth, and then you have your spirit guide is almost like, whether this be one spirit guide kind of like surrounding you completely or multiple. Actually, I do feel like you have multiple spirit guides surrounding you right now, and the earth is sort of resembling you in this physical realm, and then your spirit guides are sort of resembling in the spiritual realm. So for you, my pile number 1s, your spirit guides are definitely in the spiritual realms. That doesn't mean you don't have any in the physical realms. It just means that the ones that are coming out in this reading are definitely on the other side, or there's some sort of angel. But they're really here to embark you in protection and to tell you that they're here for you, right? Like, you are in the center and they're surrounding you. They're protecting you with this star energy, and stars are very indicative of like hope and renewal. So right now your spirit guides are looking like renewal. Especially, you can see in these cards, these people are bald, and the figures in these cards that are bald are actually resembling new beginnings. So you're going through this transitional period in your life right now, a lot of you, and that is what your spirit guide is here to help you with. We're actually going to see, let's see if what your spirit guide is here. The main purpose for this spirit guide, one definitely did come out the opposite way. Okay, so take a step back. It says, thank you, angels, for helping me to step back from what's not serving me. So yes, they're definitely here to help you step back from something that's very stressful, something that needs a new beginning. And I feel like maybe you're in this time period where you're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know how to overcome these situations. And it's just like this chaotic energy that is coming through. But that's why they're here for you, for that renewal. And this taking a step back is what they want you to do in these moments, is to take a step back, recoup, rethink about it, and renew yourself, renew your energy. Let's see what else they're here for. Let's see what else. What else are my pile number 1 spirit guides here for? Inner power, the Divine Father. Divine Father, thank you for co-creating my world with me. So for some of you, this may be more of like a masculine figure on the other side. This could be like a family member, but I don't even feel like, I feel like it's somebody you don't know almost, and not in like a creepy way, right? But just in a way where you might not have known them in this lifetime, but it might have been somebody, a part of your spiritual team, because this energy really gives me like soul tribe, soul vibe sort of energy. And that's why I feel like for you, this masculine figure isn't necessarily someone that was in your family, but in your soul family, in your soul tribe that is here protecting you and guiding you along in this lifetime. So this could definitely be like sort of a past life connection of this person, and that is who your spirit guide is. I feel like that's your main spirit guide right now, is a very masculine energy. And then also you're just surrounded right now with your spirit guides. They're like, we're helping you through this time. So we're going to see what challenges your spirit guides are helping you with, what they want you to know, and how you can connect deeper with them. So let's see what challenges they're helping you with. So you have the 9 of Wands in reverse. So for this card, they're helping you overcome a hard time in your past. I feel like the reason why you need to take a step back is because you're allowing things that happened to you in your past to actually affect your present and affect your future. And it's sort of like not being able to get over some situation, whether this be a relationship, whether this be a traumatic event that happened to you when you were a child or in your teenage years. There's something that's sort of blocking you from moving forward in your life. So this is the main thing that your spiritual team is here to help you with, or this figure that represents inner power, because they want you to pull upon your inner power. As you can see, this card says strength, but it's in reverse. So I feel like when you constantly get in this, it's very something like mental. Like I feel like something replays in your head, or you're replaying a certain situation, you're replaying a certain conversation, you're just replaying something that is sort of holding you back, like I said, and dismantling your inner power, because it's weighing on your psyche in ways that you might not realize. And you probably feel it, because you definitely feel stressed out. This is what is causing the chaotic energy in your life. But this is really saying to persevere, and to learn to overcome sort of those hard times that you've gone through. And I know it's easier said than done to overcome hard times, but this is just sort of taking a step back to see, okay, how is this situation affecting me? What can I do to overcome it? And maybe journaling out the points, maybe visualizing, what your life would look like if this situation didn't happen to you, or even pulling on like, how did this situation make me stronger? How did this situation lead me to where I am today? To sort of start uncovering how you can move forward from this. Let's see what your spirit guides want you to know. You have the 8 of Swords. So yes, just like I was saying, this is interference. And the swords are really all about the air, the intellect, and that's what I'm seeing. Like that's what I'm feeling and hearing for you guys, is that there is just something that is weighing on your psyche, and it's this mental entrapment of playing over and over and over like a loop on repeat in your head. And it's causing interference with where you want to go in life. It's causing interference with what you actually want to do in life. You know that you don't want this to be your life, yet it seems like you might be running in a loop or in a rut, but it's really just because this is the time to release this situation. And you will never fully, I truly believe that we will never like fully release a situation, because it is always there with us. But we can definitely learn to accept that it's with us and almost befriend that part of ourselves, befriend any shame, any guilt, any anger that we feel from that, and channel that into something different. And then throughout our life, this situation or memory might pop up like, like a mole popping out of the ground, right? That game. But like whack-a-mole, that's the game. But once again, you're not gonna whack it down and suppress it, because that's not healthy either. But rather, you're going to learn to channel, right? Anger and frustration actually is a channel for motivation. Shame can definitely be a channel to what parts of ourselves we haven't allowed ourselves to see, or what parts of we haven't led to acceptance. So really what your spirit guides are helping you with currently is gaining inner power and allowing yourself to do some heavy shadow work to see how this situation, and I definitely feel like for you, my pile number ones, it's a traumatic situation that happened. And trauma looks very different on a wide scale of things. This could be something like a breakup or something that happened to you with family. And I know I already said that, but trauma is wide and large, and you know what damages your psyche, right? Nobody is here to tell you what is trauma and what is not, because we all experience trauma in different ways. And I feel like sometimes you tell yourself that this situation isn't very traumatic or it shouldn't be affecting you the way that it does. Not for all of you, because I do feel like there's different varies right here in this pile on what we went through in life. But there's definitely some of you that tell yourself that you shouldn't be like, this shouldn't affect you the way you did it, or maybe even some of you tell yourself that it's your fault. But I'm here to tell you that it's not your fault. Your spirit guides are here to send you loving guidance and this inner power, sort of solar plexus energy, and start building your strength back up. Now let's see how you can further connect to your spirit guides. Okay, so we have virtue, we have the 3 of Wands. So definitely we have 2 wands in this reading. So this is something very action oriented that your spirit guides are going to connect with you through. And because this is once again orangey and yellowy, I feel like the solar plexus and sacral chakra are very at hand here. So this, for you, a way to connect with your spirit guides is definitely to create, whether this is dancing, painting. Some of you may channel through writing. You definitely channel your spirit guides, and they can come through to you more when you're in more of a creative flow. This is just something that gets you active. So this might not even be like a creative thing, but like taking a walk, all these different things where you might start noticing things differently. Like if you take a mindful walk and just put your phone away and allow yourself to observe your surroundings, your spirit guides might come to you in different ways, whether this be a bird or some sort of animal that comes through to you, where it's just like they're your guardians. Like I feel like some of your spirit guides are definitely those guardian angel types that are constantly looking over you and jump from different forms, and animals especially for you. So a way to connect to your spirit guides is definitely through creativity, through doing something action oriented. And this doing action oriented things are going to be allow you to channel some of that anger, some of that frustration, some of that shame, some of that guilt, all of those emotions, as well as get you out of your head. And I feel like your spirit guides really want you to get out of your head, because our minds can either be a war zone or a safe place. And I feel like it takes a lot of work to make it a safe place. So by doing different things, you're actually going to start building up that safe place that is your mind. But it's going to take some work, my pile number ones, but your spirit guides are here for you. They're here to protect you and for you to lean on them. So allow them to channel through them. Allow them to bring you some support. We're going to jump farther in and just see. Let's see what your spirit guides are activating in your life. What are your spirit guides? What are my pile number one spirit guides activating in their life? What are my... Okay. Oh, we got some chakras. So root chakra. So this is the safety. It says the frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life, stimulates passion and supports our sense of security on the physical plane, both in our bodies as well in the physical world. So yeah, you're definitely someone that, and you actually on the other scope of this, so you have the root chakra and then you have the crown chakra. So your spirit guides are here to sort of, and like I said, awaken that inner power. It's like the Kundalini rising, or the phoenix rising from the ashes. They're here to take you from the bottom to the top of your energy field and extending out into the universe and just sort of growing your energy field. For some of you, you might feel very like weak energy right now, or low energy, because of any stress or difficult emotions that you're processing. But as you can see, like in this figure, in your spirit guide's figure, there is this like diverse, complex, beautiful Siri Yantra energy field surrounding them. And I feel like your energy field, as you allow your spirit guides in, as you allow, you know, yourself to uncover some of these shadows, accept them, befriend them. Even if you can't befriend them, just accepting them. Your energy field is going to start shifting, and people are going to start noticing, and people are going to be more drawn to you for this because you're expanding. So with the root chakra, your spirit guides really want to help you feel safe and to feel secure within your own life and in your own body. A lot of you might not feel safe. And then the crown chakra, it says the frequency of the crown chakra, the violet flower of life, supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy into light. Okay, what was I talking about? I was like channeling these negative energies into something more positive. So that is one of the main things your spirit guides are really here to push you to do right now, is to transmute some of these emotions in your body that are really building up. And you know, I am going to say it, you know, I don't like to say this kind of stuff, but there's some of you that definitely need to start doing this, because if you don't start transmuting some negative energy in the body and you hold on to it, it starts to deteriorate at us and could cause diseases. And I'm not going to say that happens to you, or it could cause not diseases necessarily, but physical sicknesses, and these different sicknesses. So your spirit guides don't want it to go this far, and they want you to start taking care of this right now so that it doesn't have to go this far. And that's not for everybody. That was really for a very specific few of you, but I just had to say it, you know, because here over we like to speak the truth, and I like to share what comes out, because then if I don't, I'll be like, oh, I should have said that, you know, it came out. But we're gonna, all right, let's see. All right, two, definitely this one. Conception, it says the frequency of conception invites us to bring in consciousness to our origin, the place where everything in creation begins. It helps us to remember the infinite potential and possibilities of this space and what we can manifest through our own focus, awareness, and intention. So I feel like also as you start to deal with some of the stuff that is going on within your psyche and within your mind and all of that, you're going to be able to have more control over your life, because right now your life might feel pretty out of control, or like you just don't feel like you have the reins on your own life. So this is all bringing about you having the harness and the reins on your own life to control your own things and to control your destiny and your outcome. Because right now I definitely feel like you're not using free will to full advantage because you're stuck in that loop, right? That's what I'm seeing, is that loop. And now let's just get a couple more messages. Let's get some messages from the priestesses of light. Let's just get some loving guidance. How about that? Some loving guidance from your spiritual team or your spirit guides. First, we're going to get one from this male figure, in particular that is around you. Can we have a message from the male figure spirit guide that is around my pile number 1? Can we have a message from the male figure spirit guide that is around my pile number 1? Can we have a message? Okay, touching earth, planting something new. So yeah, for you, this is all about new beginnings. And like I was actually saying that at the beginning, right? Like these figures are bald. So it's that new beginning, that new cycle, that new turning of life. And for you, that's where you're really at, is doing things differently, thinking about things differently, transmuting emotions in different ways. This is, and I think I said at the beginning, very transitional phase, but like it's like the turning of tables here. Because if you allow yourself to actually embark on this and use your free will, you'll be shocked in a couple months from now how different things can be within your life, because it all starts to shift in the mind and in our energy field. And as we start to shift our energy field and to expand it, we can welcome in more new. So your spirit guide here with the inner power says planting something new, allowing yourself to plant something new. And let's just get some loving guidance from your spirit guides, all of your spirit guides. Give some loving guidance. Go with the flow, letting go, cleansing, and receiving. So yes, like I said, accepting what happened, that is where you're at. letting it go as much as you can. I want to remind you from personal experience, we won't always be able to completely let it go, but it's more living with it, cleansing from it, really cleansing your energy. And even like it's like that baptism is coming through right now, giving yourself even like a baptism, being like, I don't know, just like pouring water over your head in the bath and just like cleansing yourself, cleansing that crown chakra, cleansing away that negative energy and allowing yourself to rebirth into this new phase of yourself, this new person, so to say, definitely this new identity, because your energy is shifting. And so that is really what your spirit guides want you to know. Your spirit guides, the one that is mainly coming out for you is definitely this male figure, definitely this person from a past life that you knew from a soul family. And they really just want to help you, all of your spirit guides, to overcome these difficult events you're going through right now, this thing that plays over and in your mind, and to plant something new and to actually allow yourself to enjoy your life. So this is all I see for my pile number ones. Thank you so much, and we hope to see you next time. Bye. Hello, my pile number two. So welcome to your reading. So we're going to start by looking at some oracle cards, looking at the energy surrounding your spirit guide. We're going to start looking around the energy around how your spirit guide looks, all of that. So let's get started. What does my pile number two spirit guide look like? What is the energy surrounding my pile number two spirit guide? What is the energy surrounding my pile number two spirit guide? What is the energy surrounding my pile number two spirit guide? What is the energy surrounding my pile number two spirit guide? Okay. Okay, so we have this card. So what I'm taking from this is two spirit guides are particularly around you right now. So here's one, and then here's another. And then this is you, sort of, and it's like one of your spirit guides are very nurturing towards you, and then the other one is the one that's sort of like giving you the energy, sort of like a healer archetype person. And what's coming through is like female figures here. I'm picking up mainly female figures for the spirit guides that are surrounding you. So this could be a grandmother or even a mother figure for some of you. And I feel like these are people, not for all of you. I definitely feel like maybe one of these people are alive and then the other one is on the spiritual side. But then for a lot of you, both of these figures, and these could be even like aunts, these don't have to be a grandmother and a mother, but some sort of female figure, two female figures actually in particular, are your spirit guides. So the energy surrounding them is definitely like nurturing energy. Your spirit guides are really here right now to nurture your energy and to help you blossom into the person that you're supposed to be, because this is you, and this is like a flower, and the flower is completely open and like it's like shining bright from within. So your spirit guides are here to help you blossom, but we're going to get some farther indication with your tarot cards. So we're going to see what your spirit guides, what challenges they're helping you with, what they want you to know, and how you can connect deeper to your spirit guides. So let's just start by what your spirit guides are helping you with. The Queen of Wands, yes. Okay, so the Queen of Wands, definitely my pile number twos. It's something to do with confidence. And that's why I'm picking up this whole blossoming, is because you're not blossomed into your fullest potential yet, but it is because of a lack of self-worth or lack of self-esteem. So your pile number two, my pile number two's spirit guides are really here to help you and sort of send you loving energy, whether this be in the physical realm or whether this be through the spiritual realm in different ways, to boost your confidence and to boost your power. Because this figure right here, the Queen of Wands, look how like tremendous she is, and like the fiery energy here and the fierceness. They want you to embody your fierce, badass energy. Like it's like there's like a badass bitch waiting on the other side of the sort of shy version of yourself you present to some people or you present to everybody. So let's see what your spirit guides want you to know. Yes, okay. So we have the Empress. So this is definitely what I was picking up with the female energy of, and this is definitely like they're working with your feminine energy. They're working with you to help you, because the Empress is really all about nurturing yourself. So as well as your spirit guides nurturing you, I'm sorry, they're sort of sending you signals. I feel like even like maybe clairaudient is how they connect with you in some ways, but we'll see farther when we get to this card, sending you different ways to sort of boost your energy. Or like you might get an idea like, ooh, I should do this, or ooh, I should do that. Like, ooh, I should go get my nails done, or ooh, I should treat myself, or like I should try this different hairstyle, you know? And you'll be like, where did that come from? Like, I do feel like these are like clairaudient messages from your spirit guides that they're like, these are ways that will help you feel more of that badass energy, or will help you feel more confident within yourself. And you know, the confidence and the self-worth, that extends far beyond how your nails and your hair looks. And that's really about your energy. But doing those things can actually start to add to that energy building up within you, right? So for you, they really want you to know is to listen to those callings, listen to those messages, you know, especially because you have a lot of birds, and birds are like, I don't know, they remind me of like chirp, chirp, like, right? Like my mom always said when I was younger, like, I was like, how did you know that? She was like, the little birdies told me. And I feel like that's the same for you, my pile number 2 is like the little birdies tell you. And that's why I feel like it's like clairaudient is how you get a lot of your messages. So just pay attention to that, because they really want you to know that they're here for you and they're here to help you blossom. Once again, the Empress is holding like a flower, and this time it's like a lotus flower. So you're not only birthing into your like fullest of your identity, and that's what they're here to do, but also the fullest of your potential. When I was saying they're really here to help you with your feminine energy, I also feel with this card over here, it's sort of that masculine energy too. So with your worth, it could be some sort of like career that you want to delve upon that you've put off because of lack of self-worth, or some sort of artistic project that you want to start, but you're like, I don't know. But this is where that confidence is coming in. This is where they're like, no, this is what you're destined to do. Your spirit guides are here to sort of guide you, right? Like how spirit guides do, to your destiny of your confidence, and what is going to allow you to constantly embody the fullest version of yourself into the world. Because you're definitely supposed to be some sort of strong female figure to others, just like these spirit guides are being strong female figures to you. And for those of you who are males or non-binary people that are watching this is really indicating you're just supposed to have a lot of feminine energy, which in the feminine energy, it's being very receptive to how other people, very nurturing, that sort of energy. People look at you as that motherly figure, whether you present as a female or not, that sort of vibe. And see how they connect with you? So, yes. Okay. So we have the 3 of discs, or the 3 of pentacles. And I feel like they connect to you in silence. I feel like they can't really like, you're not one of those people that like always like see the signs and that kind of things. Like I said, it's more of the clairaudient is your strongest gift, and how they're able to, and how they're able to tell you things. That's how your spirit guides are connecting with you. But let's see farther what they're really here to help you with and what message they have for you. Let's see. Let's see what these spirit guides are here. Let's see what these spirit guides are here for. Don't hate, meditate. So yes, like I said, sitting in silence, meditating, you're going to get a lot of downloads now and when you sit down and meditate, because that is how the spiritual realms are able to get through to you. And if you ever are judging yourself or hating yourself, because I feel like a lot of you struggle with, like I said, lack of self-worth. If you're ever judging yourself, just sit down and breathe for a second. Sit down and breathe and recoup your energy. Because they don't like watching over you and seeing you beat up on yourself and all of that kind of stuff. They want to see you loving yourself, being fierce towards yourself, knowing what you want. Let's get some farther messages. Speak your truth. So thank you, Gabriel, for helping me to speak with integrity. So yes, for a lot of you know exactly what you want to do. And this is all like feminine energy, right? Not that colors are associated with like different people, but like you have 4, 5, 6 female figures here, right? So this is definitely like pertaining to female energy. But this is saying speak your truth. So a lot of you with that fierceness, that really requires you to use that throat chakra, and be strong. Be strong about what it is that you want to do, what it is that you want within this world. And like I said, I think I said it like a million times now, but that is what your spirit guides are helping you to do, is to gain that confidence and to be able to speak your truth and to be able to feel your best. Now let's get, what are your spirit guides activating within your life? Let's see what your spirit guides are activating. Let's see what your spirit guides are activating within your life. What are my pile number 2 spirit guides activating within their life? Ooh. Emergence. So the frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. So with this card, I really take emergence of your own power, emerging into, you're emerging. You're in the state of emergence, and that is what your spirit guide is activating. Let's get some additional. What are my pile number 2 spirit guides activating within them, within their life? Dynamic. The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. So for a lot of my pile number 2s, you are definitely someone that you want to experience a fuck ton in this lifetime. There is so much that you want to do within this lifetime. So that is really what your spirit guides are helping you to do, is to sort of balance all of those different plates, so to say. And then under the deck, we have miracles. So I thought that was pretty relevant. So I did want to note that, because with me saying like there's a lot that you want to do, it's definitely saying you have the miracles backed up in the spiritual realms and in the physical realms to be able to obtain these miracles, to be able to receive these miracles. And also with the feminine energy, it's really about being receptive. And that's why I'm saying that your spirit guides are really wanting you to embody this confidence, embody this new fierceness, because if you have a lack of self-worth or a lack of self-esteem, it's harder to allow the miracles to come through because you don't feel worthy enough for them. So your spirit guides want you to feel worthy so you can really like almost like cash in all those miracles that were made for you throughout this life. Let's get some farther. Okay, and now we're just gonna get some loving guidance from your spiritual team. Let's get some loving guidance for my pile number 2s. Some loving guidance for my pile number 2s. Oops. Loss, lack, fear, or victimization. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like when I was like, I feel like when I talk about the lack of self-worth, like when there's like no clear vision or way to go about things. So that's really like they're telling you to take, like, sit back for a second, meditate, and reorganize your thoughts, bring out that emotional resilience, bring out that fact that you can handle anything so that you can overcome this loss and lack that you feel within your life often. And also, like, for some of you, my spirit guides, my pile number 2 spirit guides, they want to tell you to stop playing the victim, because you don't need to play the victim. It's easy to get inside that control drama and be like, but blah, like, but so-and-so did this, but I don't deserve this, like that sort of mindset. But your spirit guides, like, they're like, this isn't helping your confidence. This isn't helping that badass bitch within you being the victim or playing the victim. And they really want you to overcome with emotional resilience, that control drama, victimization that controls your life. Let's see some other loving guidance, for my pile number 2s. What do my pile number 2 spirit guides have for them? What do my pile number 2 spirit guides have for them? What do my pile number 2s? Okay, it says divine masculine, electric active power. So this is also saying focus. Because the divine masculine is really about decisive focus and taking action on that focus. So really, in addition to sitting back in silence and seeing what comes through you, I feel like there's really 2 steps for you right now that your spirit guides are wanting you to take. And that is to sit back in that feminine energy and be receptive to the messages that they have for you and learn how to build up that confidence. But then in the second step is that emergence. Are taking action so that you can cash in those miracles. So for my pile number 2s, this is all that I'm seeing for you. And I hope you enjoyed your reading, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, my pile number 3, so welcome to your channel. We're going to jump right into it. So I pulled a card, an oracle card, to see what the energy surrounding your spirit guide was, and we got this. So for you, I can definitely feel that your spirit guide is sort of a masculine figure, some sort of masculine energy surrounding you, or it could definitely be somebody that was very artistic in your life, somebody that was an artist, or at least you perceived as an artist. For some of you, and a very select few of you, I can also feel that this could be an art teacher in the physical world right now that could be acting as a guide for you, acting as a spirit guide that was meant to cross your path and teach you, because this is sort of like student master energy where you remind me of this person sort of going into the abyss of the unknown, and this person is sort of guiding you there and leading you there. So regardless if your spirit guide was an artist or not, this is just someone that is leading you in a masculine figure towards this. Some of you might even be doing an apprenticeship right now with somebody, and that person you're doing the apprenticeship with could be your spirit guide. That is, once again, for a very select few of you. But anyways, let's jump into the tarot cards to see what your spirit guide is helping you with right now, what they want you to know, and how you can connect deeper with your spirit guide. Let's see what your spirit guide is helping you with right now. Like what issues? This is the Hanged Man in reverse. So what I'm picking up is that a lot of your spirit guides are helping you with right now is patience, is sort of, you might be someone that looks at the finish line is like, I want to be there, I'm ready to be there. But your spirit guide is like, no. And this is where that master energy comes in, because they're like, it is a process. And that is what they're trying to show you, is that it's a process to the finish line, and that you need to acquire all these skills along the way. So you're someone, I am like this too, guys, where I'm very impatient. So I feel like a lot of you, my pile number 3s, are very impatient, and your spirit guide is currently teaching you patience, teaching you that life is a process. For those of you that it is an apprenticeship or an art teacher, they're teaching you art is a process, because you might be looking at other students and be like, and this metaphor could apply to like other things in life too, where you might be looking at other people and be like, well, they're there. And the teacher is like, well, you didn't watch them get there, you didn't watch what they did to actually get to the place that they're at right now. You just want to jump to where they're at without going through the process that they went through. So this is really what your spirit guide is helping you with right now. I definitely feel like it's one figure for you that is coming out mainly. Let's see what they want you to know. Yeah. A lot of you, this is pertaining to success, to career, to something in the physical realms where it's some sort of business or some sort of pursuit you're going down where you're ready to be reaping in the benefits. You're ready for your work to look amazing. Some of you are even like searching for that fame around your work, searching for that like recognition, that online presence, but you don't have it yet. Or maybe you do have like an accumulation or you have begun, but you don't have what you perceive as success right now. And what your spirit guide, once again, is trying to tell you is that, one, like, I feel like change your definition of success is what they're telling you. What do you define as successful? Is it those bomb-ass cars, or is it that big-ass house, or is it the fact that you started? Is it the fact that you started and you're actually on your journey already? Because they want to remind you in the most gentle ways is that not everybody is on their journey yet, and you have started, and they really want you to be gentle with this process and to be patient with this process of getting to success, because you definitely are on the right path is what they want you to know. You're on the right path. You're already taking the steps. You just need to allow yourself to go through it, to keep fighting, to persevere, and to have patience through it. Let's see how you can further connect to your spirit guides. The Emperor. So like I said, this is definitely some sort of like masculine figure, and that doesn't mean they have to be a male. It could be someone with just like a lot of masculine energy, a lot of fire energy, because this is the Emperor. But this, they really, like, what I'm picking up from this is definitely you can connect deeper with your spirit guide by taking more authority, by taking on more. So, okay, there's a couple different messages coming out right now, so take what you will and leave what doesn't. For those of you where you have more of your spirit guide in the physical realm, I feel like this is definitely just like how you can connect deeper with them is showing them that you want it, right? Instead of like being like, but I want to be here, showing them like that you're ready to fail, you're ready to dive deep in, you don't care what it takes, right? Like you're ready to get your hands dirty sort of energy. That is how you can connect deeper with them and build that stronger bond, because they want to see this from you, right? You think the Emperor got in this throne by just waltzing its way in? No, this Emperor face planted a million times getting to where he is now. So, and like, don't be destructive along the way too, right? Like, right? Don't just like this, because I just saw the bomb in here and I'm like, okay, I have to say this for some of you, like, don't be destructive, because with all that fire energy and all that passion that I pick up from you, some of you could definitely burn yourself out. Like, I'm not saying like go and like do your craft for like 15 hours a day. Obviously take rest. Like that isn't going to connect you deeper. But just by taking more authority and showing that you're serious, showing them you don't care what it takes to get to where you want to be. And the same goes for those of you with your spirit guide on the spiritual, in the spiritual realms, or like a grandfather or father or some sort of masculine energy that passed over. They definitely just want to see that you're taking responsibility over your life, and that like you can connect deeper with them by doing, right? You can connect deeper with them by pursuing this craft. I definitely feel like you're my artists. Like whether it be you're a musician or a painter or you do pottery, all of these different things, you're my artists. You're my artists of life, and they really just want to connect deeper with you through your craft. They want to connect deeper with their messages that they send you. When you're in those moments of stillness creating, right? Pay attention to the downloads you get, because they come through you through creation. They also come through you for doing fiery things. So not fiery things, but just like they come to you in action. So they're not yes, they come to you when you're sitting silence in meditation, but I feel like more the downloads come in the chaos. Like I feel like your spirit guides, definitely the downloads come in the chaos of life. So take what you will from that message, but just connecting deeper by taking responsibility and authority over your life and knowing what it is you have to do to get to the success. All right, let's see what they're activating within your life. Let's see what your spirit guides are activating within your life. What are my pile number 3's spirit guides activating for them? Alchemy. So yes, okay, alchemy. The frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemist to perform the miracles of transmutation. So the whole thing with alchemy is turning, I think it's like, please, I don't know, turning like copper or silver into gold or something like that, or iron into gold, right? It's turning something into gold. And this also, like, alchemy is turning a bad situation in your life, or maybe something you perceive as bad, into something amazing, something great. So they're really here to activate that alchemical energy within your life, that alchemy within your life, that turning energy. So let's get what else they're activating. What else are my pile number 3 spirit guides activating within their life? Discernment. So the frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom. So what I'm picking out from discernment is really what the Emperor talks about is authority. Authority over your own life and discerning between what is actually helping me versus what is hurting me. Is me being impatient actually good for me? Is it actually helping me? Discerning between what is good and what isn't within your life. And then not putting too much pressure on yourself from like the answers that do come through, right? When you sit down and you figure out these answers and you understand discernment, and this could also actually be like discerning what is useful of your time with your craft, like how I kind of said, like, are you sitting there and doing your craft for 15 hours and burning yourself out, or are you taking time to rest, right? It's discerning of what you need within your life. Let's see what else. Consciousness. So the frequency of consciousness supports our ability to focus our attention on all the multidimensional aspects that show up so that we can include them in our reality. So you're definitely someone that is an expander, like an expander of like consciousness of the planet. Like I feel like we all are, but for you and through your craft or through whatever you do, you definitely can expand people's consciousness and make them think. That is one of your spiritual gifts, is making people think, making people like question, not even question life, but making people feel something. You know, some of you, it might be you make people feel something through your art, or it's like sort of activism. Or then some of you might people like make people question, you know? It's this very like you activate something within other people through your creations. And these might even not be on a global scale or on a large scale, but it's just like activating things in the people around you, right? People are amazed by the way you talk and the deep connections that you can spark and have with others. So let's get some other loving guidance. Let's get some loving guidance from your spirit guide. Let's get some loving guidance from my pile number 3's spirit guide. Some loving guidance. Let's get some loving guidance. Okay, we're actually going to pull. I'm going to re-pull because a couple jumped out there. Can I have some loving guidance from my pile number 3's spirit guide? Some loving guidance. Miracles. Ancient wisdom. And the alchemy actually talked about ancient wisdom too. And me saying one of your things is like expanding people. There, you hold this like wisdom within you, this wisdom of just like knowing, this divinity that you walk with is going to cause you miracles, and actually is one of like the driving forces of your art or your craft, you know, whatever you create within your life. Get some other loving guidance, some other loving guidance. See what else. Healing the heart, power of self-love. So in healing the heart, the power of the self-love, I can definitely see for some of you, you haven't always been where you are now. you haven't always been in this place of, and I feel like that's where, I feel like some of you still aren't in this place of complete self-love, because that's like the impatience. It's almost like you want to prove to yourself by getting to the finish line now. But this is saying like, it's a journey, right? And it's like the whole like reframing what success means to you, the whole like using discernment, the whole alchemy and consciousness and all of that, that is going to heal the heart. Your miracles are going to come when you heal the heart and when you allow your journey to unfold as it unfolds. Because I do feel like the main reason you're so impatient is because it's like this whole proving to yourself that you can do it sort of energy, or even maybe proving to somebody else. But this is saying do it for you, do it for what you love. Because I don't think you don't create because you don't love it, but I feel like the pressure you put on the creation is because of that whole finish line sort of energy. Okay, we're gonna just see what this spirit guide that is coming through has for you, what message they want you to know. Okay, love and accept yourself. So yeah, love and accept yourself. Thank you, angels, for lovingly guiding me to self-acceptance. So definitely self-accepting where you're at right now on your journey is the biggest thing for you. To get to this finish line, to access these miracles, to turn everything in your life. Okay, unconditional love. Come on, guys. The divine lover. Thank you, divine mother, for helping me to give and receive the love I deserve. So yes, allow yourself to receive love. Allow yourself to feel love. And with this whole like expander energy, expanding your heart chakra, because we create through our heart chakra, right? Our sacral chakra and our heart chakra. But I feel like the creation of everything like comes bursting through that heart chakra. And when it's a little bit closed off, of course you're not going to be creating the way you want to or making the kind of music you want to, because you're not speaking from your heart. You're not feeling the vibrations from your heart. You're not allowing it to pour out of you. So this is going to take some work to get to this place of healing yourself, healing self-love. And this, this is more so of accepting where you're at right now, accepting what you want to do, and just allowing yourself to do what you want to do as it comes up, that whole discernment of what your energy should be used for. Let's get another one. Let's get one last message. One last message for my pile number 3s. Let's get one last message for my pile number 3s. One last message. Spiritual gifts. Thank you, Raziel, for helping me channel my gifts and talents. So, like I said, for a lot of you, your gifts are like just like creation in general. But then I am picking up for some of you, your gifts, like I said, some of your spiritual gifts are that whole you make people think, that deep wisdom, that you provoke something within people. And then lastly, what I'm picking up today for your spiritual gifts is clairvoyancy, where, especially if you're an artist, like you have these insane visions, like my painters or my drawers, or even my sculptors have these insane visions of what you want to create. And, or like my musicians, you like feel and can see the energy of the crowd and like the sweat pouring off people's face as like you invoke the crowd with your energy. And it's just like you have all these like clairvoyances and these visions, and what these visions are not visions, just visions, right? They're reality. They're what could be. All right, my pile number 3s, this is all that I'm seeing for you. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed your message, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, my pile number 4s. Welcome to your reading. We're going to jump right into it today. We're going to first pull an oracle card to kind of see the energy surrounding your spirit guide, what they look like, all of that. So let's see what the energy surrounding my pile number 4's spirit guide is. What is the energy surrounding my pile number 4's spirit guide? What is the energy surrounding my pile number 4's spirit guide? What is the energy? What is the energy surrounding my pile number 4's spirit guide? Okay. So with this, it's very like, one, what I'm picking up is definitely with this eye figure right here, your spirit guide communicates with you through visions and through dreams. The spirit guide that is really coming through this reading is coming through with you in dreams and visions and little snippets of visions, right? The daydreams that might come through to you within your life, all of that. But this is the energy surrounding your spirit guide. It's this very like all-knowing, all-wise power. So this is definitely that someone on the other side. This is definitely a spiritual figure, and I feel like this might be some sort of archangel. So if you resonate with any archangels or any deities, that is really who's coming through for you in this reading. Because I don't feel like it's just a family member. I feel like it's someone that holds almost more like power. Like I hate to use those terms of like someone having more power than the others, but this definitely feels like someone that's like very powerful, or maybe even like the whole all-knowing energy is like someone that like a lot of people know about, right? So that is who the spirit guide is that is coming through for my pile number 4s. Now we're going to jump right in the tarot cards. So we're going to see what your spirit guide is helping you with, what they want you to know, and then you got 2 cards for how you can further connect to your spirit guides. So let's start by seeing what your spirit guides are helping you with. So, okay, oppression, 10 of Wands. Your spirit guides are helping you right now along releasing the burdens and the responsibility that you place upon yourself, especially if those of you who are placing a lot of responsibility of others on you. This is definitely what your spirit guide really wants to help you with, is releasing these burdens, because it's just like you might even feel like physical tension in the shoulders right now, because there's just so much weight you're carrying, so much unnecessary weight that your spirit guides really want to help you shed. They want to help you not feel oppressed, right? Because right now you feel like, this is also like with all the crisscrosses and all that, it's almost like you feel caged in. And your spirit guide doesn't want you to feel that way. You don't fucking want to feel that way. Nobody wants to feel that way, right? Like nobody wants to feel caged in and burdened. So your spirit guide is really helping you overcome these burdens. And let's see, this is what they want you to know. So this, you pulled the devil. And once again, like the devil really reminds me of entrapment, and all these people are like entrapped in these little bubbles. But for you, I feel like what your spirit guide wants you to know is you're actually causing a form of self-sabotage and disservice to yourself by carrying the burdens of others. So for you, your spirit guide really wants you to start putting up stronger boundaries, start understanding what are your boundaries. Like this might even be like some unnecessary burdens you're carrying of your own that you don't need to be carrying, like things you put on your shoulders that you don't need to carry anymore, right? Like this, besides just carrying other people's stuff, it's baggage you're also carrying from your past, carrying this baggage from your past. And this is why, like, I feel like definitely your spirit guides communicate with you through dreams, because you see these eyes are very similar, and these are 2 completely different decks. This third eye figure are very similar in both these photos, where they're very large, and that's why it's like, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can envision it, right? Your spirit guide wants you to release this self-sabotage and set those boundaries so you can unchain yourself. You can get outside of this bubble that you're stuck in right now. Let's see how you can further connect to your spirit guides. So we're going to pull both cards for this. So you have the 4 of Wands in reverse, and then you have the 2 of Pentacles upright. So how you can further connect to your spirit guides, like I said, definitely by paying attention to your dreams, as well as just like looking out for different signs, but more than anything, you're going to be able to deeply connect with your spirit guides as you take off some of this weight off your shoulders, as you release yourself from self-sabotage and actually start getting into these strong boundaries. Because right now with the whole completion in reverse, it's like you haven't completed some sort of cycle or something that you need to do that is for your truest self, for your highest self. You know what this is too. Like, you know exactly the steps you need to take, but that's where your self-sabotage is coming in, where it's like, but how am I supposed to release this from the past? Or how am I supposed to have strong boundaries with other people? You know, like all of that sort of energy. So how you can connect deeper is by completing this stable, because right now your life is very, like, you just don't feel like it's stable. Like, you don't feel secure. You don't feel at home. Like, you just don't feel in your energy. And that's because there's something that needs to be done. Like, right, that change needs to happen. That change in the physical realm needs to happen. Like, something needs to shift for your spirit guides. Because I feel like some of you, like, aren't listening to your spirit guides right now. Like, they're very clear, and they've been very clear, like, you need to do this, or, you know, trying to guide you down this different path, or trying to guide you down these different ways. And you just kind of, like, ignore it. You suppress it, right? That's that whole devil energy, that whole... You suppress it, you suppress the desires, you suppress the temptation, you feed into the temptation, you feed into this temptation and this egoic way of telling yourself, no, but I have to carry the burdens. No, but I have to pay the price, you know, all of those sort of things. So you're not necessarily listening to the messages your spirit guides are actually clearly, like, indicating to you. So how you can just connect deeper to your spirit guides is to listen, is to pay attention, and to not suppress them, as well as to release some of these burdens so that you have some more. Because when you're carrying all your burdens and your energy's low and you're tired, you're not having a clear channel for them to communicate with you through. And even if, like, they are communicating, it might not even be that you're not listening, but it may be that you're not understanding. Like, you may be like, well, I don't know where this message or where these thoughts are actually coming from, that sort of energy. So what your spirit guide, what this figure really wants you to do is to allow yourself some of that change, allow yourself to have those strong boundaries, and allow yourself to free yourself, essentially. And this is easier said than done, and this is going to take a lot of strong boundaries and a lot of strong work on both your behalf and the other behalves that, you know, you're going to be setting strong boundaries with, but also, like, even like the whole baggage thing of carrying your own baggage. I do feel like a lot of you are carrying your own baggage, and that's why it's like, because of your past, you're actually, like, perpetrating a cycle in your present, like some sort of cycle, that cycle of self-sabotage. Like, you can't overcome it because you're feeding into your past ways, you know? So some of you, this may be like, because the devil does pertain to addiction. So for some of you, you may be really feeding into your addictions right now, whether this be with drugs and alcohol, whether this be with food, whether this be overworking, you know? This is really feeding into your addictions of self-sabotage. So that could even be the cycle that you need to complete to overcome these burdens and to allow your spirit guides to communicate with you deeper. But we're just gonna get some loving guidance now. We're gonna get some loving guidance from your spirit guide. Let's see what loving guidance wants to come through for your spirit guide. Go with the flow, letting go, cleansing, and receiving. And you actually may be like, you may have felt called to another pile. So if you did feel called to another pile, go ahead and give that one a listen too, because it's definitely giving me some energy from a different pile. But it says letting go, cleansing, and receiving. So allowing yourself to let go of these burdens, allowing yourself to cleanse these burdens, allowing yourself to, like, it's like you're revamping your entire life right now. You're revamping your entire energy field, your entire energy. All your energy really needs to be cleansed right now, cleansed of this self-sabotage, cleansed of other people's energy. Okay, let's see, you got a couple here. We're gonna actually keep these. So this says loss, a lack, fear, and victimization. So with this, And how I said, like, you might not even be suppressing what your spirit guides have for you, but also it's just, you don't understand what direction to take. You don't understand what change needs to happen within your life right now because you're feeling a lack of direction. You're feeling lost, lack, this is fear, victimization. So you could also be scared to actually let these burdens go, so to say, because you don't know what's on the other side. It's like you don't know what's on the other side, so it's almost like you'd rather perpetrate the cycle and hurt yourself over and over and over again because you're scared of what's on the other side. But this is clearly indicating like you're actually like hurting yourself more by not exploring what's on the other side. And then you have circle of eternal joy, timeless dance of life. So this is saying what is on the other side is that circle of eternal joy, right? Is that completion of that cycle, because you have both these cards right here. You have this yellow circle. And circles are very representation of like an endless, and because it says eternal joy, it's like for you, as you allow these burdens, it's eternal joy, essentially. As you have strong boundaries with yourself and with others, and as you start understanding and taking chances and taking risks and really telling yourself, okay, I can't perpetrate these cycles anymore. I can't get involved in this self-sabotage. And you cleanse your energy. You're having this yellow circle surround you of your own power and you also have yellow circles here, right? You can get trapped inside these circles, or you can dance outside of these circles flowing around you and know that like at any time, like it's like this very like playful energy, because I viewed these circles as almost like bubbles you blow and bubbles you create, and it's just that eternal joy of being like, wow, anything can happen on the other side, and I have to allow that joy to come through. Okay, now we're going to see what your spirit guides are activating within your life. Let's see what your spirit guides are activating. Let's see what my pile number 4 spirit guides are activating. Okay, passion. The frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. It assists us in finding the balance with this intensity, moving us from chaos to the calm of its core, where we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. So for a lot of you, if you do feel very lost right now, just focus on your passion. Focus on what your soul is yearning you to do, what you're being called to do right now in these moments, what you're passionate about, right? Because we tell ourselves a lot of the time, like, we don't know what to focus on, yet we have that driving passion that we can focus our energy on. So that's a good start, is focusing on your passion, and that's what your spirit guide that is working for you. And like how I said, it's like this all-knowing energy, like this deity type of energy, or an archangel. They're definitely someone that's a very passionate figure, someone that's very passionate about life, passionate about humanity, passionate about helping people, And then you have remembrance. So it's the frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul in a body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. So a lot of you are going through a time of remembering certain things that happened to you, but also of remembering your power, remembering what you came here to do. And I have a video on this, and I'll link it up above, but it's your soul mission, and it's essentially like what your soul came here to do. And this is the energy I'm getting from you, is like needing to remember what your soul came here to do, what your soul really is longing to do in this lifetime, in this internal dance that you're participating in right now. Let's see what else. Alchemy. So it says the frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient wisdom and knowledge that allowed the true alchemist to perform the miracles of transmutation. So in this, it's saying that like transmuting these burdens and these impression, like this oppression and self-sabotage and fear into something else, like transmuting all of that into your passion, transmuting these negative energies into something positive. And we're going to kind of just see what the spirit guide's purpose is for you, like what the spirit guide's purpose, to love and accept yourself. This is like a general theme. Like I shuffle these cards, I clear the energy, but this is a general theme throughout my piles today. And obviously a collective wound is a lot of us have a hard time loving and accepting ourselves, and that puts a huge hold or pause on sort of things, not that we should be doing, but that we want to be doing within our life. And also like not loving and accepting yourself makes it harder to overcome the things that you're going through. So this is definitely saying like this purpose of the deity is here to help you. They're very passionate about humanity, and the reason why they're looking over you is because they don't want to see you struggle anymore. They want you to remember, right? It's like over here you have oppression. They don't want you to feel this, so what they want you to do is to remember what you came here to do, and to love and accept yourself along the way, to love and accept your journey, to love and accept where you're at on this journey right now. Let's get some additional signs from heaven. Thank you, heaven, for sending me reminders of your presence. So what did I say? I said that they come through to you in your dreams and in visions. And this is saying signs from heaven. And this person is being depicted of dreaming. So really pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. And write them down, interpret them, look on the internet, what does this mean? And use discernment to weed out and sort of explore what is going on in your subconscious and your unconscious mind, as well as they're sending you signs in the physical realms. So with the feathers and stuff, this could be they're sending you different feathers, or like numbers that really like pertain to you. Paying attention to all of those things, because that's how they communicate with you, as well as animals. They definitely communicate with you through animals. And we're gonna get one last message. We're going to get a soul card on what life looks like for you on the other side of this cycle, or on the other side of feeling disorganized. What life looks like for you in your fullest potential. What did the pile number 4 life look for like that? Pile 4. Okay. So as you can tell, like in this card, it's actually like kind of similar. Like your life looks like this all-knowing, like very wise figure, because it's like here it was that vision, and here it's that actual person, that physical form, whereas I feel like this is more like the spiritual form, your spirit guide. So your life is definitely like your spirit guide's purpose, and that is why they picked you. It's because it's like you're someone that wants to help humanity, that has passion to share, that has wisdom to teach, and especially with like this aura of like these blues and oranges, a very wise and nurturing sort of energy. You're here to help others, and obviously that can go far and wide on how you can help others, but life on the other side of this definitely looks just calm for you. More than anything, from this card, I'm definitely picking up like calmness. Like you're not going to be in that chaotic, oppressive energy, but you're going to be in this like light, divine energy. So that is all I'm seeing for my pile number 4s. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and we'll see you next time. Bye.